standing in front of my windshield right now, and I have a huge crack that goes from here, following it, all the way down to here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to repair it as close to professional as possible with stuff you can buy for around 10-20 bucks. It's all right here. Let me show you. Now, there are numerous kits out there to fixing windshields, stuff like that, really expensive ones. This right here is the best that I have ever found, and it resembles commercial equipment as close as possible. This is one I probably bought 10 years ago or so. You can buy them from Amazon. I'll put a link below, or Walmart usually carries stuff like this. But it's changed names a couple times, but it's always the same. This is the one I bought forever ago. This is the one I just barely bought a couple months ago. It's called Magic Q here. Fix the windshield there. But what you're looking for is this. And this is as close to a professional piece of equipment as you can find for a general homeowner. Now, one repair kit will do a couple huge cracks. It'll do it'll do 3 dozen chips. You know, and that's what I like about these. But besides this, I'm going to use a glass drill bit to stop the crack from going any further. And I'm going to use grease. And I'll show you why. I know it's hard for you guys to see this crack, but I'll show you how the equipment works. Essentially, you have 4 suction cups, and then you have your plunger right here. This is a little rubber seal, and this is a plunger. And what this does is this acts like a piston and actually injects and pushes the resin down into the crack while you have this. And now, generally, you would just set this on like a bullseye. You'd put this on, you'd screw down the main part over the bullseye, you put a couple drops of this in, and then you tighten this down. And from the inside, you can see this little suction cup, this middle little O-ring expand, and then this forces it in. Now, the problem is you can't get this. You got to sit there and move it along to get it done. But professional equipment, they have something very similar to this. Their feet are a little bit wider. It's metal. It's nice. Probably costs you $1,000 but we're going to make this work just like that by applying this to the windshield and greasing underneath these pads, underneath the suction cups, so we can inject, hold the constant pressure, and follow the crack. So that's where the grease comes in. This is just, I mean, you could even use like Vaseline. You could probably even use chapstick if you wanted. But I'm just going to follow the crack on both sides. Before I get ahead of myself, so you can see the crack coming down, and you'll notice a spot right here. That is where I actually used the glass drill bit to actually drill through to give the crack a place to stop. There's just a general, this is like an 1/8 inch glass drill bit just bought from the local home improvement store. And if you don't know how glass is, there's actually 3 layers. You actually have 1 layer of glass, a thin layer of gooey clear stuff, and another layer of glass. And you don't want to drill through all layers. I'm just drilling from here to about there, just to go through the top layer of glass that actually has a crack. So that's all set in there. And now I'll start applying pressure, and I'll get an assistant from the inside at the same time I'm applying pressure to actually push up from the inside of the glass just a little bit. And what that'll do is that'll open that crack up just a little bit and allow the stuff to go in. And they'll be able to watch on the inside and see that it's filling. And I'll put you guys on the inside too, and you'll be able to see this crack start to disappear. And then in your kit you get a bunch of these little clear papers, and they're meant to go over the crack. But they're a little bit wide, so I don't need them that wide, so I'm actually just going to cut them in thirds real fast. And then we'll just lay this on the crack. And what that'll do is you want to see if you can get most of the air bubbles out. You do not want to do this in the sun. This stuff sets up actually really fast in the sun. So it's actually evening right now, so this will just sit here overnight, and then in the morning when the sun comes out, it'll cure it. So it's sat overnight, so now we can take these things off. It doesn't need to sit overnight. In the sun, it'll actually seems to cure in only about 10-20 minutes, but you don't want to do it right in the sun. You want to do it out of the sun and then put it in the sun later. And these little things put right off. There we go. And we'll just clean it up with some glass cleaner. All this wonderful grease that I got all over the window. And then we'll take a razor blade, and the kit actually does come with a razor blade, but we're scratching off the excess. There you go. I won't point it out, see if you can see it. It's 90%, 95% completely gone. It is barely still visible. I'll point to it right, hold on, where to go? Right there. Comes along, down. If you catch it just in the right light, you can kind of pick it out, but I'm really looking for it. But it is there still. We'll take this over, we'll see if they'll pass it. Well, there you go, guys. Won't save every windshield, but it's cheap to do, and it works on a lot of them. Thanks for watching. I'll put a link to 3 other videos that are automotive related that you might like right after this, so click on those. If you're mobile, I'll put the link down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, share, comment. See you soon. Bye. There you go. Kept it in the right light. You might be able to see it. It goes all the way down over there. Follows up right here, but for all the naysayers, right there, I'll zoom you in here. 3/19/2015, safety passed, 87 Toyota motorhome. Windshield passed. There you go.